Welcome to Creative Companions, where we're all believing mirrors for one another. Today's gonna be a most spectacular day. What's that say? Come on, my friends, come on along. Join in the magic, join in the song. Make today a most spectacular day. I'm so proud of you for showing up. I'm so proud of us for showing up. It's week 12 of The Artist's Way. Julia Cameron's book that we've been working with. Every week we've been meeting on Facebook. This is week 12, Recovering Sense of Faith. I have my special friends from the Circus of Purpose with me and Unity Rising. We have Moon and Magic.
Yeah.
And I'm Kim, and I'm your creative guide. I'm happy you're here. Just let me know in the comments that you're here. You can see us and hear us well. We're going to make top hats today. This is going to be so fun. So for your, what we're going to do on the top hats today, Magic or Moon, would you like to tell them what supplies they need?
I'll say cardboard.
And we love cardboard.
Or some kind of cutting device. Some kind of cutting tool. And duct tape.
I have like a knife. So yeah. And duct tape. And that's what we're going to need for today to construct our top hats, yeah? Mm-hmm. So Magic is wearing one that he constructed.
This is the first top hat I made.
So let's check that out.
It's got some weathering to it, but I've had this hat for over a year now, and it's taken a beating. I've even stomped on it before, and it's still holding up. It's even waterproof, well, water resistant.
So yeah, so grab your cardboard, something to cut your cardboard with, and some duct tape, if you have some. And we're going to get right on to meditation. Might have been a bumpy week. Whatever you went through to get here this week, to show up here now, to whatever you went through this morning to get here, to show up here now, I'm really proud of you that you did it and you're here. And we meditate to connect with ourselves, to relax into the present moment, to be here in the now with the creative process that we're going to experience together today as we make these top hats. And as we've done every week, we do a different kind of meditation each week. Always it starts with the breath. So if you would, just wherever you are, get comfortable in your seat, uncross your ankles and put your feet flat on the floor if you're in a chair. Just let your hands rest on your arms or on the arms of your chair. Just be very comfortable wherever you are. Shavasana is fine too if you want to lie down for this one. And we're just going to simply breathe in and breathe out. Whatever you're comfortable with, eyes closed, eyes open, some of each perhaps. But just simply focusing on the breath. And I'm going to ask you for this meditation to also focus on the art of listening. So we're breathing and listening. We're sitting and we're breathing and we're listening. And that is all. I'm going to read to you a meditation this time. This is from a book by Ram Dass. It's called Polishing the Mirror. Thank you, Katie May, for letting me use your book. So just breathing. I'm just going to take a few minutes here to breathe, and you breathe, and remember to just follow your breath in and out. Know that the sounds that you hear around you only act to help you relax more and more. The thoughts that your mind may think will just come and go, and you just keep coming back to the breath. It's okay to move the body if you become uncomfortable in the pose that you're in. Fidgeting's fine. But just keep breathing until you find what's comfortable again and relax there. Now, if you would focus in your heart area, in the middle of your chest, where the spiritual heart is located. With your mouth closed, breathe in and out of your chest. So in through your nose, but focusing on your heart as if you were breathing in and out through your heart. Breathe deeply. With every breath, don't just breathe in air. Imagine you are pulling into yourself a golden light. Fill up with it. Let it pour through your entire body and your entire being. Breathe in the energy of the universe, the Shakti of the universe. Breathe in. Let it fill your whole body. Each time you breathe out all of the things in you that keep you from knowing your true self. Breathe out all that separateness, all the feelings of unworthiness, all the self-pity. Keep breathing out all the attachment to your pain, all the attachment to your pain, whether it's physical or psychological. Breathe out anger and doubt and greed and confusion. Breathe in source breath. And breathe out all the impediments that keep you from knowing yourself. Let your breath be the transformation. Now let the golden mist that has poured into your being focus in the middle of your chest. Let it take form as a tiny being the size of your thumb, sitting on a lotus flower right in the middle of your chest. Use your imagination. As you look at this being, notice that it is radiating light. See the light pouring out. As you meditate upon it, experience the deep peace that is emanating from this teeny being. Feel as you look upon this being that it is a being of great wisdom. It's sitting quietly, silently, perfectly poised in your heart. Feel its compassion and its love. Let yourself be filled with its love now. Now slowly let that tiny being grow in size until it fills your whole body. So its head fills the space of your head, its torso, your torso, its arms, your arms, its legs, your legs. So now in the skin of your body sits this being, a being of infinite wisdom, a being of the deepest compassion, a being that is bathed in bliss, a being that is self-indulgent, a being of perfect tranquility. Let this being grow in size. Experience yourself growing everything in the room around you. All of the sounds, all of the sensory experiences are coming from within you as well as around you. Feel your vastness, feel your peace. Your head extends into the sky. Experience the human condition. See the loneliness, the joy, caring, paranoia, fear. See it all. It's all within you and around you. See it with compassion and with caring. And at the same moment, equanimity. Let yourself grow still larger. Feel your vastness increase until you're sitting in the middle of the very galaxy. The earth is deep in your belly. All of humankind is within you and around you. Feel the beauty. Sit in this universe silent, peaceful, compassionate, loving. Buck, buck, buck. Buck, buck. All of the creations of human beings' minds are within you. Look upon them with compassion. You are the one. Everything that ever was, is, or will be is part of the dance of your being. You have infinite wisdom and compassion. Merge yourself with that which is beyond form. Sit here in this formlessness, in the void, beyond it all. Just relax. Slowly and gently, just relax. Shrink down in size now. Bring your head back in. Stop here. Perhaps touch your third eye. Look at your being, so relaxed, in love and compassion. See that being's journey so far, its fears, its doubts, its connections. It's made it through it all. See all the thoughts and objects it clings to. See them going by quick and being set free. See how close you are to knowing who you are. Reach within your mind very gently and place your hand on the head of this little being and bestow upon it your blessing, that in this very life it may fully know itself. Experience simultaneously that which blesses and which is being blessed. Sarah taught us yesterday to hold our hands this way to experience, what did it say? Simultaneously that which blesses and that which is being blessed. This hand we're blessing and we're bringing it in and we're feeling that which blesses us. And then with this hand we can also bless. Deep breath in, wiggle your fingers, open your eyes slow, keep breathing. Look around the room, welcome here, welcome here, welcome here, welcome here. Welcome to the now. Accept the responsibility of sharing the things that you receive. Source, guru, and yourself are one. I am you and you are me. That which I do, which is good for me, is good for all. Believing mirrors, that's what we are. So that which I do, which is good for me, helps you. Watching you grow helps me grow. You're awesome. You help me blossom. I learned that line from this guy. You're awesome. That's a magic, right? That was their song.
You're so awesome. You've helped me blossom. Thank you for being in my life.
Yeah. Yay. So I'm glad you're all here. Let's see who's here. Yay. We got Mary and Ryan and Lee and Maha. Thank you. Yay. She says, my loves, I'm glad you're together. We are so glad we're together. And we're glad you're here too. All right. So much love, you all. I'm so proud of you for showing up for yourself. This is like such good self-care. While I talk about the chapter, Moon and Magic are going to instruct from over there on the craft. So why don't you start by talking about the sizes of cardboard they might want to have or start preparing for themselves.
So the main hat is like three pieces. You have your top, your brim, and then your side, your wall. And you can get that. So the top and the brim come from one piece. You get a pretty, depending on the size of your hat, decent sized cardboard. you're going to make 2 circles, a big circle and an inner circle. And the inner circle will define the brim and the top.
So for now, if they just get a square, right?
Yeah.
I would personally recommend starting with what's going to go around your head.
Okay.
That way you know what size to make your
This
circle.
piece,
So
right?
you start with this part, and then once you get it to the shape that you want,
See it? See that,
you're going to
y'all?
want to massage the cardboard.
Oh, that
to
sounds
get it
nice.
soft, so it's not so stiff.
So love your cardboard, massage it.
A lot of massaging here.
Is that my piece?
I think so. I guess,
Thank you
yeah.
for massaging my
I
cardboard.
started your massage.
The size, the height of the rectangle will be the height of the hat.
Yeah.
So if you have a very small, long but small rectangle,
I'm just rolling mine.
Yeah.
Right. So are you going to make a miniature hat?
I'm making a tiny top hat.
So you can also choose to make a tiny top hat that would then pin to the side of your head or whatever, instead of one that you actually wear on your head. So there's so many options available to you here. So I've got mine kind of rolled here like that. So that's going to be that part. And then I reckon if they want to draw their circle, you could use this.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll let you show that. All right, I'm going to get to, while you play with your cardboard a minute, we're going to remember that even though we're doing a craft, we're multitasking a little. We're remembering to breathe always, and no need to be nervous, right? We're just going to have fun. So just breathe in and out with your fine self. And we're going to play with our creative tools, our cardboard and our knives and our tape and stuff, while we practice still the art of listening. And today we're talking about recovering a sense of faith. And we're talking about trusting. The first line is from the Grateful Dead drummer Mickey Hart. How about that?
Yeah.
We're at the Grateful Hammock. So Mickey Hart says, adventures don't begin until you get into the forest. That first step in an act is an act of faith. So here we are in the forest. So yeah, your adventures don't begin until you begin. So just begin. You just begin. Faith requires that we relinquish control. This is frightening, and we resist it. We throw up roadblocks on our own path. Why do we do this? Well, to maintain an illusion of control. Depression, like anger and anxiety, is resistance, and it creates dis-ease. This manifests itself as sluggishness, confusion. I don't know what to do. The truth is, we do know. And we know that we know. Each of us has an inner dream that we can unfold if we will just have the courage to admit it. We're learning to trust our own inner guides. Like this idea of making top hats at the end of the 12 weeks of this. You know, we talked about autonomy last week, and that we are like the ringleader. We're the conductor of our own circus, our own movie, our own show. So like, you know, sometimes you just got to put that top hat on and like do the thing. So, you know, like this top hat can be something really magical. Really, like, I think it's wonderful at the end here. So is there anything you would like to say, or are we just still massaging cardboard?
It's good. The better you massage it, the better
Good.
circular it'll look.
All right, then let me talk a little more. Miles Davis says, do not fear mistakes. There are none. There are none. If you know, if we're always on our right path doing exactly what we're supposed to be doing and all is well, 11:11, then there are no mistakes. It's just lessons, and it's just what we need on our path to guide us where we need to go. I like this phrase, radical acceptance. Radical acceptance of what is. That doesn't mean you have to like it. But acceptance is how you move through it. Resistance is how you stay stuck. You know, we're resisting. I wish that didn't happen. I wish that didn't happen. It gets you nowhere. Okay, that happened. That's what me and Sally say. Take a deep breath. Well, that happened. The truck just rolled down the hill and hit the tree. So, and then Sally will say, so what are you going to do about that? What are you going to make of that? And that's the question. What do you make of it? So the universe always supports affirmative action in your own direction. We're meant to be bountiful and live. We're meant to thrive, not just survive. We're meant to shine our little lights of ours. And the universe is so happy when you do. When we follow our bliss, doors will open where there were no doors before. It is the inner commitment to be true to ourselves and follow our dreams that triggers the support of the universe. What if you just believe that's true and write that down? It is the inner commitment to be true to ourselves and follow our dreams that triggers the support of the universe. So be yourself. It's safe to be me now. So if we look back at the times when the world seemed to be an untrustworthy place, we see that we were ourselves ambivalent and conflicted in our goals and in our behaviors. Once we trigger an internal yes by affirming our truest goals and desires and making a commitment to those, the universe mirrors that yes and expands it and multiplies it. There is a path for each of us. When we're on our right path, we have a sure-footedness. We know the next right action, although not necessarily what's just around the bend. By trusting, we learn to trust. By going where we haven't gone, we learn where to go. So, creativity, like the human itself, begins in darkness. People say, I don't create because I'm depressed. I don't create in the darkness. Well, I'm telling you, mine around in that darkness, and that's where creativity, your imagination will turn the light back on for you when it gets real dark, you know? Like our imagination stations that we just used in that meditation to imagine that little tiny being thumb size in our little heart space. That was using our imaginations. And we're creative beings, so we have really active imagination stations. If we allow our imagination station to run amok, and like I said, play those old tapes, and I don't put a stop to it. I just lie there with it and be depressed. And what was I saying? We let it run amok. Oh, and it's just learning to silence it, and get up and do the creative thing, to pull yourself out of the darkness, to want to. Hatching an idea is a lot like baking bread, and baking bread spends time in the dark oven, doesn't it? And then it smells so good and rises so beautiful. So sometimes we have to curl up in the dark with ourselves. Mystery is at the heart of creativity. So the creative process is a process of surrender, of giving up. It's not a process of control. I can control no one and no thing, and I am so happy about that. So, how's that? This is coming along nice.
Looks good. We duct taped ours.
Oh, so we can duct tape that together. And you said maybe leave that a little big if you're wearing it because the duct tape's going to add thickness. Mm-hmm. Right. Okay.
I first said you draw the two circles, but you can do it that way, but I think it is a little better to make this part first. And so this orange circle for your top.
I got you. That makes sense.
And then, so what I just did is I put this on cardboard and just held it down and traced around it.
That's a good idea.
And that is going to be, and then your rim is just another circle around that first circle, and that can be whatever size you want. Because I'm not the best at drawing perfect circles, I just use something to measure lines, and I'm making marks around. I don't quite see it very well, but I'm making little marks around, like every 2 inches or whatever, and I'm going to draw a big
Connect the dots, la la la.
And I've got a note on duct tape. So the parts that are kind of like the foundational holding it together, we're using just your regular gray duct tape, and then we're gonna basically paint the cardboard with duct tape, this black duct tape. And I was thinking if you don't have a fancy duct tape, you can actually paint your regular gray duct tape, or if you've got like fabric spray, or that spray glue, you can put fabric around it.
Check this. I cut the leg off of one of my pairs of pants because it, had a hole in the knee. But I'm going to stretch that around here, but we'll do that part later. Right now we just keep doing this. So we're going to be making our circles parts next.
We used a dinner plate to make our circles.
A dinner plate, a bowl,
Perfect. It's the
you know,
perfect
like,
sizing.
yeah. So whatever you have, y'all know, like this, the trick of, no, I just need a pen or something.
Let me grab you one.
Head.
Of like putting a tack in the middle with a string on your pencil. You know that trick?
Oh, that is a good trick.
Right. So if you take a thumbtack and put a string on it and a pencil on the other end, put the thumbtack in where you want the middle of your circle. And then the string goes out with your pencil and you draw. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's it. That's another way. Many ways to make circles. And again, we're not looking for perfection, are we? Because we're nature's beings. There is no perfection in nature. So do you recommend, okay, so you make like a toilet seat.
Yep, I've drawn 2 circles now. There's a big circle and a tiny circle.
See
and
that?
Start cutting it out. And
no, you don't want to cut through 2, right?
no.
You want to keep it one continuous ring,
Yep.
right? Okay, so you want to keep it one continuous ring, guys.
And because it's going to be covered up in duct tape, little errors do not matter.
Right. And that's the thing with the creative process and with life. You know, the next step is coming. That's going to be something over top of this step a little bit. That's going to improve on it. So this step doesn't have to trip you up and like you feel like you got to do this step so perfect because, well, we're going to cover that with duct tape, aren't we? And sometimes that is what you're going to do. You're just going to cover it up. So, let's see, what do we got? The most beautiful thing we can experience is the mysterious, says Albert Einstein. And aren't we mysterious? Even to ourselves, you know, it takes a lifetime to really know yourself, and we're ever changing in motion. So we let the best ideas grow, and they grow in the dark and in mystery. You know, some of the best, my best ideas I don't talk about a lot. I let them, they're stewing around in there and they're festering and growing. And sometimes when like when I did Separation from Nature, and that painting had so much detail and so many things I wanted to say, and I worked on it for 6 months. Everything I saw in the real world was informing the painting in some way. Something about the color, something about the sky, something about something, or just, yeah. So it's just fun to watch it happen. So let ideas grow in the dark and mystery. Let them form on the roof of your consciousness. Let them hit the page. Let them hit your morning pages in droplets. Trusting this slow and seemingly random drip will be startled one day by the flash of, oh yeah, that's it, that's it. I forgot to do the check-in, but there she mentioned the morning pages, and if you haven't tried them yet, again, I encourage you, if you haven't read about what the morning pages are, go back to the beginning of The Artist's Way, but 3 pages of brain drain, just talking to yourself first thing in the morning, learning to incorporate affirmations as a way to lovingly take care of yourself. So yeah, the imagination at play. The imagination can play in our journals as well. So in learning not to take ourselves too seriously, you know, we think of art with a capital A, and then we trip all over ourselves, and we feel like I can't do it. Put your clown nose on and like doodle around, and where'd my nose go? And play in the paint and do the thing, you know, and don't take ourselves so seriously. We just having fun. We don't have to worry. I don't know where my nose went.
It's right there underneath.
Oh, under my knee. So yeah, also if you don't have a clown nose and you would like to wear one, a dot of red paint on your nose works, or whatever color you want. Your nose doesn't have to be red. You know, look how cute. Like how easy is those little eyes? Look. And just for like to wear that for the day, just so fun. You know, keep it fun. Don't take yourself so seriously. In order to nurture our creativity, we require a sense of festivity, even humor. So art, she says, that's somebody my sister used to date. Or I could say, Art, that's my grandpa's name. And it was. You know, we don't have to make it such a big deal. Recovery urges are re-examining definitions of creativity and expanding them to include what we in the past merely called hobbies and shoved aside. It's just my hobby. It's no big deal. It is a big deal. Uh, these hobbies are, in fact, essential to living a joyful life. Your hobbies, your art is how you express your unique, autonomous you. So go back to those hobbies. Yes, yes. There is the hidden benefit that they are also creatively useful. Many hobbies involve a form of artist brain mulling that leads to enormous creative breakthroughs. We're talking about things like gardening, mending, sewing, cross stitching, dotting, playing the guitar, anything that like puts us in flow. You know, and she says here, and I wrote Vern and put a heart by it because she says, when someone is panicked halfway across the bridge into the new life that they're seeking, repotting plants into larger and better containers, quite literally, grounds the person and gives him or her a sense of expansion. So sometimes when you feel like, I need to move in the direction that I'm wanting to go, just stopping and repotting the plants, just stopping and playing the song and taking the deep breaths will relax you enough that you can easily and joyfully go in the direction you want to go without the angst, if that makes sense. It's a paradox that we must get serious about taking ourselves lightly. We must work at learning to play.
Seriously silly.
Seriously silly. Like, we're really like, yeah. Got to work at learning to play. It's good to have fun, but you got to have know how. So that's from SpongeBob. And F is for friends who do stuff together. You and me. And is for nose picking. And it's for nose picking. Chewing gum and sand licking.
Yeah. Here is my back buddy.
Yeah. So think about that, guys. What have you done for fun this week? Have you taken an artist date? We're doing the check-in as we go. So the artist date is taking yourself out for a fun time, and doesn't have to cost money. I like to do the fun things that don't. Walks have been something I've added, and we've had puddles. So, and I have boots, and I can jump in the puddles, and we're barefoot. So that's a fun artist. You know, we talked last week about making the commitment to yourself. And like on your artist date, Julia Cameron suggests it be an hour. We cut ourselves short so often. And we might go, oh, I'm going to spend an hour. And then we like hurry through it. And 10 minutes later, we're like wrapping it up and ready to go do the dishes or whatever. I say set the timer so that you give yourself that hour. You give yourself that whole hour to just enjoy yourself and have fun with your friends or your imaginary friends. That's better because an artist date is supposed to be by yourself. Yeah. And this conscious contact with our child self frequently gives us a perspective needed to solve vexing personal or creative conundrums. You know, like the answer will come when we're playing the song or painting the painting or going on the walk. We weren't even thinking about the question anymore, but the answer comes, right? So as we work with our morning pages and our artist dates, many forgotten samplings of our own creativity may come to mind. For myself, I recently found myself sketching again because I was doing it in my journal because the pen's in my hand. And I even got out charcoals last night and did, using different tools is fun. So, and as we write in our journals and our morning pages, we get in touch with our creative dreams and they start coming to the surface, and then we can start moving in that direction. The impulse cooks in us all the time. That desire simmering around in there all the time, about to bubble over if you'll just give it some encouragement. It's gonna, even without your approval. How about that? What if all the good things coming your way are going to come without your approval even? You don't even have to say, okay, I get it. Good things are coming my way. What if they're just, what if you can't escape them? What if you can't escape the good things coming your way? It's like new grass under snow. Flowers are coming up in the spring and there's nothing you can do about it.
Whippoorwill.
Yep, the whippoorwill comes back every year. I heard it this morning. Whippoorwill, whippoorwill. Yeah. We think we need to do something and we need to do something right and we need to do something important and we don't know what's important. Well, guess what? We're important. And we need to do something festive. And we need to do something that makes us feel good. Yoga with Adrienne. She says, find what feels good. That clock you hear ticking is your heartbeat, baby.
Can I explain this next part?
Yes, do it.
Okay.
I'm going to cut.
So one thing I like to do, so after you cut all your pieces out, you got your circle, your rectangle, and your brim. Well, I take the brim and I shove it inside the rectangle. Since the rectangle is like taped together already, you kind of fit it in there. And you can set it on top too, but when you fit it in there, it kind of makes it nice and flush. And then you go on the inside of the hat, and I guess you can't see it very well, but you put a few pieces of tape to help hold it in. So now I can push down on this, and it's not going to fall into the hat. I just put like 4 pieces like on the corners here, and you can do it however way you want. But the inside pieces you don't really see, so it doesn't matter as much.
The more duct tape, the more sturdy it is too, though.
Yes.
Yeah.
This
This
is a fun part.
pieces in here help support the structural integrity of it. And then also with the brim, I do the same thing. I take the rectangle and shove it inside the brim, so it like, I haven't taped this one yet, but it pops out right now. But I just like kind of work it in there. And if it's too big or too small, like if you really have to force it, maybe trim up something, cut a little piece off or whatever. And then I'm gonna put a few pieces of tape here, and then I'll just start taping up the hat.
This is fun.
Yeah.
Remember to breathe, everybody. Take a deep breath. Whew, relax more. Love yourself more. Don't cut your fingers. Be careful with your knives. Relax up. That's right.
I've been saying that.
Yes. Vern always says, relax up. Let things play out. You don't have to do anything. Okay. How's that going, everybody? Isn't this fun? So we're going to have these fabulous top hats when we're done. So next, Julia's talking about something she calls escape velocity. Let's see what that means. So in our creative recovery, you're getting close to your goal. It feels like blast off. You feel the countdown coming. You're heading for it. It's so close you can taste it. And then she says you draw to you the test. The universe throws you a test, something that gets in the way, that knocks you off your path. You're asking, do we really draw this test to us? I don't know. Maybe we do, for our own good. Just making sure this is what you wanted, the voice might say. As recovering creatives, many of us find that every time our career heats up, we reach for our nearest wet blanket. We blurt out our enthusiasm to our most skeptical friends that says something like, who do you think you are? No, you can't do that. They have second, third, and fourth thoughts and reasons why not. So always remember, the first rule of magic is in self-containment. The magic is within you. The magic is within you. Just like I quit smoking cigarettes during this 12 weeks of the Artist Way. Thank you. Yay. And the magic was within me to do that and just believing. And I didn't tell anybody this is the day I'm doing it. I made that deal quietly with myself. And in my heart, I knew it was true. That was my day. 111. Cigarettes down. Done. Yeah. And our artist is a child. So, we can pinky swear on stuff. Our inner youngster loves that. you know, and our inner youngster would have been lucky to have a mommy who always said, wow, good job. You're doing it right. I'm proud of you. But we don't always have that. So we have to reparent that little person. So, and in order to achieve escape velocity, we must learn to keep our own counsel, to move silently among the doubters, and to voice our plans only among our truest allies, and name those people accurately, who your allies are, who can you trust with your dreams and hopes and your tiny little being in your heart, person, light. Yeah. So yeah, just like we're learning not to feed ourselves negative thoughts, we'll also learn not to tolerate that from others as well, and find a new sense of self-determination. And then we'll set goals and boundaries and move in the direction that's right for us, and it doesn't have to be hard. It's a stimulating challenge. Whatever that thing is that you want to do that scares you, it doesn't have to be hard. It's a stimulating challenge, and I know you're up to the challenge. So write that in your journal. This thing that I want to do is a stimulating challenge, and I'm up to the challenge. I can do the things. Yeah. So taping and cutting and taping, and we make these top hats.
A note on the taping. You can approach this however you want, but I personally work from the top down because you can take pieces of tape and like overlap them slightly so they look nice and flat, and then then you come over on the side just enough. And you're gonna tape in circles around this side, and then you'll tape on the brim too. And so the tape on the side covers up the other pieces from the tape on the top. I suppose that's just one method of doing it. We've got
How's your little one? Oh, look.
Another trick is like when you got these like weird folded parts, you just take your razor blade or scissors and cut along that edge, and then they fold it together.
And just take your time, everybody. No hurry, no worry. This can be a project that you work on for days and days and days and days. You can, once you're covered with the tape, then give some thought as to how you want to adorn your hat, make it your personal magic hat. I had so much fun yesterday just going around my house and gathering special things that I definitely want on my hat, like my Janus glasses and my sunflower and just my, of course, dragonfly and feathers, like and I would love if you would share then a picture of yourself in your hat when it's done. Yeah, this is a very fun project for me. I've been looking forward to. So that brings us to the end and some suggestions. This is a suggestion, at the end of each chapter of The Artist's Way, she gives us some tasks to do. And you may do all of them. You might do one of them. You might do none of them. But I like this one, and we did this one before with my Creative Companion group in Columbus. And that is to select a good jar to keep by your bed, and put with it some slips of paper and something to write with. And every day before you go to bed, write one good thing on a piece of paper and put it in your jar. Every day, every day. This is retraining your brain to look for the good. And it might just be the only good thing you can think of as I breathed in and out today. The sun came up. Or it could be something like really amazing. The goal is to put a piece of paper in your good jar every day for a whole year. And maybe have some of your creative companions doing it too. And at the end of that year, get together, have a festive thing, maybe wear your top hats, bring your good jars, and then sit together and dump them out and read the pieces of paper. And we did that with Creative Companions, and it was so fun for the group of us to get together and read our good jars, because each of us showed up in each other's good jar from time to time. You know, like Katie May came over today would be in my good jar, or, you know, that kind of thing. So that's, and it really does. We're so used to thinking negatively, so it helps retrain us. Julia also says, reread The Artist's Way. Share it with a friend who you think it would be helpful. Maybe suggest that you do it with that friend and do it again right away. I have YouTube now, so you can go watch all 12 of them on YouTube from the beginning. It's art by Kim Kepper, right? That's my YouTube. And so you can go watch them all. Maybe gather a group of your friends one day a week and every other week even, and do that. It's just so, you'll gain so much. Make creative clusters, she says. So
this one goes on YouTube channel also?
it will, yes. Yes. So at the end of The Artist's Way, we have put in so much work, and we've honored our artists, and we've given ourselves time to think about who we are and what we want and what self-care looks like for us, and so many things. We've worked so hard. So on page 202 of the book, Julia offers another creativity contract that you could sign with yourself if you're so inclined. Just making a commitment to continue the things that you learned, to continue the morning pages, to continue the artist date, to continue nurturing your artist self. I would love to hear in the comments maybe like things that you will continue, that you have gotten out of this 12 weeks so far. Breathe with me now. If you'll just breathe and really listen. There's a beautiful poem at the end of this chapter that I would like to read to you with my top hat on. It's not done yet, and I didn't get to tape it much, but I would sure like to wear it while I read you. Oh yeah, look at it. Look at it.
Yay!
Where's my nose again?
Right next to you. And me.
Okay, so I'm going to put the nose back on. If you could just breathe in and out with me and not make the farting sound for a minute. All right, so I have a poem for you. It's from someone named just simply JC, are the initials. It's called Words for It. Words for It. I wish I could take language and fold it like cool, moist rags. I would lay words on your forehead. I would wrap words on your wrists. There, there, my words would say, or something better. I would ask them to murmur, hush, and shh, shh, it's all right. I would ask them to hold you all night. I wish I could take language and daub and soothe and cool where fever blisters and burns, where fever turns you against you. I wish I could take language and heal the words that were the wounds you have no names for. You are the magic. You can do that for you. You are the magic. Thank you, everybody. They're going to sing us a song now. Share your top hats. We will be meeting again. This is not the end of Creative Companions. I'm so thankful. Use your words to be kind to you. As you're kinder to you, the kinder you are to the world, and then the kinder the world is to you. It's all so beautiful. I love seeing us in our top hats.
Yeah.
If you want to put your top hat on and come stick your mug in here, that'd be fun.
I'm gonna stick my mug in there.
Do it, do it, do it. Here comes Bonnie in her top hat. Yay! I love it. Hey. So Unity Rising is the band that Moon and Magic have, and they have their first album called Let's Do This. And all the songs were recorded here, right?
Yeah.
At the Grateful Hammock. The songs were recorded here. Lots of them are on YouTube on Unity Rising's channel. And I got to live paint while they played. And these are the resulting paintings that we made into cards. The whole set for the CD with the lyrics and all 8 of the paintings with even a picture of the Unity Rising band and myself and the painting on the back. All of this for only $30, split between the artists. PayPal, Kim's Photo Art. We'll put it in the messages if you would like to support us. Yeah, so this is Unity Rising and Circus of Purpose. Do you want to talk about Circus of Purpose for a second?
Sure.
Before you sing?
So I like to describe Circus of Purpose in 3 different ways. One being that it's a concept, a way of being, embodying, creating, and seeing. The other is a gathering where people come together with a common vision, a purpose, a goal, ideally on some type of community land where we're creating like a sustainable infrastructure for community to live while having a really good time doing it. Accentuating, the arts and also having a core reason for the gathering that's going to become some type of solution for our positive evolution as humanity. And then the third part of it is a traveling troupe. We say Circus of Purpose is a traveling entertainment troupe of community builders and event facilitators. And that troupe just embodies the concepts and also choose these events, whether in cities or on community lands, building gardens, a big focus. So it's the blend of having fun and getting things done in a good and positive way.
It's so beautiful. Yay.
Unity Rising is the band for Circus of Purpose. It's the house band.
The musical aspect.
So I'm going to pull the camera a little closer. So Unity Rising, take it away.
All right, you are the magic. You are the magic. You are the hope. You are the change. Building up a new way. You are the magic. You are the hope. You are the change. Bringing in a new way. We're paving the way. You are the change. I'm paving the way. Yeah, we die for the change. Believe in magic. Let it be for you. Love, joy. Victory surrounds you. Let it move through you. Know you got this inside. Believe in you. You are the magic. Magic. You are the magic. now we bring it true. With love, honor, peace, and respect, let it all fall down, so we may build anew. That's how it wasn't serving us anyway. Make way for the new. Love about bringing it style. No one can do like you do. Shine a little brighter. Leave from the heart. Spread the magic wider. No doubt, like now we start. We are the magic. We are the we are the change. Building up the new way. We are the magic. We are the we are the change. Bringing in that new way. We're paving the way. We are the change. I'm paving the way. Yeah, we got what it takes. Confirmation on everything I've been feeling. Gratitude. Completion. I wanna build, I wanna build. I wanna build with you. I wanna build, I wanna build. I wanna build our dreams come true. I wanna build, I wanna build. I wanna build with you. I wanna build, I wanna build. I wanna build our dreams come true. I wanna build with you. Build it up, build it up, build it up. Rise above in love. Build it up, build it up, build it up. Yeah, we're rising in love. Build it up, build it up, build it up. Rise above in love. Build it up, build it up, build it up. Yeah, we're rising in love. In love. In love. Yeah, we're rising in love. You are the magic. You are the hope. You are the change. Building up the new way. You are the magic. You are the hope. You are the change. Bringing in that new way. We're paving the way. We are the change. I'm paving the way. And yeah, we got what it takes. That was on fire.
That was a rocket one.
How about that, y'all? Wasn't that fun? Holy cow. That was a blast. So, enjoy your hats. Love yourself more and more. Stay tuned to Creative Companions to see what I got for you coming up next. Invite your friends.
Love
This is all my donation to the universe, my way of using my art and my experiences to bring healing to myself and all of us. So if you'd like to support me in what I do, I have a website now, artbykimkeffer.com. You could go and buy my art right there. Or I take PayPal, we take donations, we got these beautiful cards and stuff, Unity Rising. We love you and we just want you to come back. And we just want you to keep showing up for yourself and love yourself more and more and more and more and more.
Love you, family.
Love you. Peace out. Please share your top hats with us, Kay, and live video.
Nice.